Well, hey there, I am Arthur Morris. It is Saturday, June 4th, and on Friday, June 3rd, I went out on Lake Blue Cypress with my good friend Clemens Vanderwerf, and we had a great morning of photography. We started with a beautiful sunrise. I have been photographing birds for coming up on 39 years, I think, this August. I love photographing birds. I do it almost every day. And I can help you become a better bird photographer. And that is true whether you photograph in your own backyard. This was made 2 minutes from my home, down by the lake at Indian Lake Estates, or if you travel the world. Wherever you photograph, I think that everybody really wants to make the best photographs that they can. I will be returning to the Galapagos in late August, early September of 2023. You can join me early this summer at Jacksonville for Royal Tern photography, tons of flight photography. You can join me in San Diego, where I've been going for, pretty much all of those 38 years. Amazing stuff with California brown pelican. Or you can come to Homer and photograph bald eagles until you can't lift your lenses anymore. Remember, when it's time to purchase some new gear, check out Bedford Camera, use the Birds' Art code at checkout, and get 3% back on your credit card. I should have mentioned that I'll put my email address below this video so you can get in touch if you have any questions on the trips. So the truth be told, we were about 20 minutes late getting to the dock. Gorgeous sunrise when we got there, and fortunately we were able to get in the water quickly. The bad news for me was that the widest lens I had was the 70 to 200. You can see here 70 millimeters, f2.8 wide open, ISO 640. So you can check this out as we go through the program. But there were times I wished I had a wider lens. I wanted to bring the 24 to 105 Sony and I forgot. So before the color faded completely, we had these 4 black-bellied whistling ducks, and we see there's a merge here, and this guy's head has a branch. Then I went wider, back to the 70 to 200. 2 of them took off. These 2 were still sticking together. Looks like 3, but there's only 2. And then they took off, and I fired about 8 or 9 frames, and wouldn't you know it, there was a merge in every single frame. What I may do here is grab this duck, move him up, take this duck's butt, and reattach it to this one. Artist's privilege. Next was using the 400 2.8 wide open at ISO 6400. Just incredible, beautiful image quality. Notice I'm exposing all the way to the right. This is give you an idea of the crop that's going to happen with these images. Then another beauty, but my favorite for the young bird are the talons outstretched and the head in the clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bird and I'm going to put it into this frame, replacing this bird so that we have the adult with its wings up. Here, with the trees getting shorter, as you go back along the line, it gives a feeling of depth to the image. And my plans here will be a crop from the right, a little crop from the top, and then I will eliminate these few branches here on the left frame edge. I love messing around with blurs with the cypress trees. This is 1/8 of a second. And this is a jiggle blur. You can learn about making jiggle blurs in A Guide to Pleasing Blurs, even though most of you could figure it out. Nice series of about 10 frames of 2 young eagles going at it. And we can see nice and sharp, lots of depth of field to cover both birds because they're so far away. And that will make a nice 2x3 image. Another jiggle blur, this one at 1/5 of a second. You see I had to stop down to f11 to avoid overexposing the tree. Of course, the sky is totally blown out. That's exactly what you want in white sky situations like this. Another proposed crop, I took a long series of these 3 black-bellied whistling ducks on the white sky. I may go this way, but I do have some frames where there's another tree here. I may blur that tree and do something with the 2 frames together. Then take a look. Working with the 400 2.8, I went to the 2x teleconverter to get to 800 millimeters 5.6, ISO 2000, hand holding, much easier to hand hold than the 600 f4. and another frame, and you see that even on seemingly totally overcast days, the light has a direction. More light from the right, left eye on the side of the head and face will be lightened up in Photoshop. Here's the young bird taking off with a whole catfish. And even though there's no face, I sort of like this because we have a good look at the face of the catfish. That'll be opened up, and I'll certainly get rid of a couple of these sticks in the nest. And you can look forward to lots of these images on the blog. And here is our last photo of my favorites, an adult osprey coming in on the perch. Now the Sony A1 made every image sharp. This is with the 400-2.8 and the 1.4 teleconverter at 560 millimeters f4. The problem was, as this bird got lower and closer to the perch, he was landing here. So his feet were blocked by the bend in the perch. Hope you had fun. Again, you can email me for information about any of the trips. So here's a huge thanks to Clemens. He does a great job of driving and positioning the boat. And when he's busy, I can often get some great photographs, so I have a nice advantage. His advantages include being younger and stronger. Anyway, on the morning of June 3rd, we had a great time. We're great friends, and I can't wait to get out again. So get out, make some great pictures, and we'll see you when we see you. Love you. Cheers. Artie.